Hey team, so artifact source templates has been globally enabled in Prod 1 and Prod 2. It's a new feature. It's a pretty powerful feature actually. So it kind of lets customers reuse their artifact source configuration for their services. And I want to be very clear that it's only for CD because only CD has a core concept, like a service has a construct of an artifact source. So what would happen is we would leverage the service has an artifact source, and that can be fetched from Docker or custom artifact source, however you want to use it. But this artifact source is used specifically to fetch the artifact from a given location. Now when we do that, so I can say let's say this is a generic Docker demo artifact source, and we can give it a version. Right now we only have support. You can save it to the project org or account level, but we only have it supported for inline. In the upcoming quarter, we will have it available in the Git experience as well. That's in our roadmap. And so what we can do is you can specify the artifact repository type, and you notice we support a breadth of offering, right? Docker, GCR, ECR, Nexus 2, 3 Artifactory, custom artifact source, S3. And so when you configure it, I'll just kind of navigate through some of the most popular ones that this feature is used for. One is custom artifact source, to be honest. And so if you go into custom artifact source, you can provide a script. And so the power of this is that, you can provide like the timeout, that can be a runtime input or an expression. You can pass in like how you want to fetch it. So this could have some logic to like communicate to, like a third party repository like Artifactory. And then you have to run some pre-processing on it. And then you parse the output of the pre-processing to a variable, and we use that as our vehicle to deploy essentially. And so what would happen is you would parse this out, you'd provide the artifact array path. So like where is this thing being stored? And then the version path you can provide. This would be the path to the payload's version. So once you query, you would pass that into the version path. And then once you have that, these two fields kind of configured, then we can fetch for the list of versions, because this will do a fetch in the background based off the parameters you provide in the fetch script. How to navigate the path in the artifact array. So when we make that query, how do I navigate to that specific field? And then how do I target the specific version? And then what we can do is we can query for the list, and then you'll get that list of versions. And so that's like how you could use the custom artifact source. And that's generally one of the main driving factors for this artifact source template, is to give people like that reusable fetch script configuration capability, so that they can go out and fetch via the custom artifact source, and then they can reuse that script across multiple teams. Now, something a little more tactical in nature, and sometimes is like if you have like a common configuration, like let's say everyone is using the same Docker connector, and you want to pass let's say this part will be a runtime input, meaning people can provide the image path and the tag. So what you can do is you can scope down the artifact connector here, like in this Docker sense, to be like just a connector that provides you a form as a consumer of this template to just pass in the image path or the tag. So the developer doesn't need to know what connector they're using. They just need to know that this is a connector that my platform team or my main team provided me, and I just need to provide a path and the tag for that image. Or I don't even need to. I'll just compute those at runtime. Either way, this is a great way to kind of take away some of the service configuration from the end user essentially. So when you're standing up harness, the developer will have like a fully kind of pre-canned set of services. If someone wants to make an update to the services artifact, we can safely make the changes via a template and push those changes down. So it kind of opens up a lot more design possibilities for you. And so this flag is enabled. We're working on getting the docs. Happy to kind of answer any questions about this feature. We also have our PM lead, Shailaja, who drove this feature. So she can definitely provide assistance where it's needed. Thank you for your time, guys, and we will catch up soon.